Dinosaurs Big and Small. Written by Michael Teitelbaum. Cover art by Mark Kurtz. Title page art by David Transu. Albertasaurus. Albertasaurus was a large, carrion-eating dinosaur. The huge Albertasaurus walked in a side-to-side fashion and moved very slowly. It was difficult for Albertasaurus to hunt prey. This is why it feasted on the remains of other hunters' kills. Albertasaurus had a very large and very powerful jaws, like its relative, Tyrannosaurus Rex. But Albertasaurus had more teeth than Tyrannosaurus Rex. Albertasaurus grew to 26 feet in length and weighed up to 2 tons. Albertasaurus got its name because its first fossil was found in Alberta, Canada. Other Albertasaurus fossils have been found in the western United States and Mongolia. Albertasaurus's arms were so tiny that the giant dinosaur probably never used them at all. Corythosaurus. Corythosaurus means helmet lizard. It belonged to a group of plant-eating dinosaurs called hadrosaurs. They were also known as duck-billed dinosaurs because they had long, flat bills like ducks. Unlike ducks, however, hadrosaurs had teeth and spent most of their time in forests, not in water. Corythosaurus had a large, flat crest that ran down the middle of its head. The crest was hollow, narrow, and shaped like a dinner plate. Females and young Corythosaurus had smaller crests than males. Its heavy tail was used for balance while it stood on its back legs and slowly ate the leaves off trees. Its teeth were packed together tightly and were perfect for munching on tough forest greenery. Corythosaurus had strong family instincts. It lived in a colony so that some members could watch the young while others gathered food. Deinosuchus. Deinosuchus looked like a giant crocodile. It belonged to a group related to dinosaurs called crocodilians. Like the modern crocodile, this amphibian split its time between the water and the land, spending most of its time in jungle rivers. It had a long snout filled with sharp teeth. Deinosuchus ate fish and small land creatures. It would hide underwater with just its eyes above the surface, waiting for its next meal. Deinosuchus had tough armor on its back. When it got into a fight, usually with another crocodilian, it would use its powerful tail to try and flip its opponent over to expose its throat and belly. These were the areas where Deinosuchus was vulnerable to attack. Despite its great size, Deinosuchus needed very little food to survive. Velociraptor. This speedy hunter had 3 fingers on each hand. Each finger had a sharp claw on it. The claw was used to slash Velociraptor's victims. Its hands were also able to grasp and hold tightly. Velociraptor had sharp claws on its feet. It would grab its victims with its hands. This would keep its enemies at arm's length while it delivered slashing kicks. Velociraptor was not afraid to pick on dinosaurs much bigger than itself. This 6-foot-tall dinosaur weighed only a few hundred pounds, but one of its skeletons was found clutching the head of a Protoceratops. Protoceratops could weigh as much as 2 tons. That's 4,000 pounds. The smaller Velociraptor was more intelligent than the large carnosaurs like Tyrannosaurus Rex. Parasaurolophus. Parasaurolophus was one of the largest members of the plant-eating family of dinosaurs called hadrosaurs. It was 33 feet long and weighed up to 4 tons. This duck-billed dinosaur had a very special crest on its head. It was curved, hollow horn that was attached to the front of the head and swept backwards. This horn was more than 6 feet long. Inside the horn, 2 tubes went up to the top, and 2 tubes ran back down. The tubes going up into the crest were attached to Parasaurolophus's nostrils. The tubes that went down were the breathing tubes, and they went into its lungs. Parasaurolophus made a loud, bellowing sound to scare off enemies by snorting through its long breathing tubes. Struthiomimus. This toothless egg stealer was one of the fastest and one of the smartest dinosaurs that ever lived. It looked like a large bird, with a short body, a long tail, and a curved neck. Its head was small, but its eyes were very large. Struthiomimus had long, finger-like claws that could easily pull fruit from palm and fig trees. The dinosaur thief got its favorite meal by stealing the eggs of other dinosaurs. It used its strong claws to tear open the eggs. When paleontologists found its skeleton, they thought it resembled an ostrich. The name Struthiomimus means ostrich mimic. Struthiomimus is a member of the Ornithomimus family of dinosaurs. Ornithomimus means hollow-tail lizards. Struthiomimus was one of the fastest land animals that ever lived, running at speeds up to 50 miles per hour. Brachiosaurus. Brachiosaurus was the largest of all dinosaurs. This plant eater could reach a length of 90 feet and a weight of 100 tons. It had a very long neck, like a giraffe. This let the dinosaur browse in the leafy branches at the tops of trees. When it stretched its neck, it could reach a height of 40 feet. Most dinosaurs had their longest legs in the back. Brachiosaurus had its longest legs in the front. It had a short tail and a strong back. Its head was small and its teeth were tiny. Because of its huge size and the nostrils on the top of its head, scientists used to think that it lived in the water. Now they believe that Brachiosaurus lived on land. Brachiosaurus weighed as much as 20 large elephants. Tyrannosaurus Rex. Tyrannosaurus Rex was a large meat eater. It was the most deadly killing machine that ever lived. Its skull was very large and sometimes looked as if it were too big for its body. The skull was so big to make room for Tyrannosaurus Rex's long, sharp teeth. Paleontologists have dug up many Tyrannosaurus Rex fossils. They discovered that, in a number of cases, the huge dinosaur's backbone was welded together. Tyrannosaurus Rex would use its big head to smash into its prey. This would stun its victim, making for an easier kill. The shocks from smashing its head caused the tyrant lizard to suffer terrible pain. Even a giant dinosaur like Albertasaurus feared a battle with mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex. Pteranodon. Pteranodon was not actually a dinosaur. It was part of a family of flying reptiles called pterosaurs. This winged and toothless fish-eater weighed about 33 pounds. Its body was the size of a turkey. It had long, bony crests on the top of its head. Although no one is sure, paleontologists believe that this crest may have been used as a brake for landing or as a rudder for steering during flight, since Pteranodon had no tail. The crest simply may have been there to balance against Pteranodon's huge beak. Pteranodon was more of a glider than a true flyer. Because of this, it could only fly in a light or moderate wind. Pteranodon's wingspan was 27 feet, the size of a small airplane. Dilophosaurus. In 1954, the very first Dilophosaurus fossils were found in Arizona by a Navajo Indian. These fossils were found in rocks from the early Jurassic period. With these remains, scientists have been able to reconstruct the appearance of Dilophosaurus. It was about 20 feet long, making it one of the biggest dinosaurs of its time. Dilophosaurus was a meat-eating dinosaur. Its strong body and sharp teeth made Dilophosaurus a predator to fear. Dilophosaurus belonged to a family of dinosaurs called the Megalosaurids, which means great lizards. Megalosaurids lived over many millions of years, and several different species of dinosaurs evolved from Dilophosaurus. A male Dilophosaurus had a paper-thin crest on its head, which he used as a display to frighten enemies away from his food.